when you were in the Navy, did you ever get shipwrecked?
Once. The seas were choppy, and we scraped the edge of a reef, pretty far from any of our bases, unfortunately.
And when the rations ran out, did you
What?
Did you eat any of your crewmen?
No, we went fishing and harvested fire kelp. Why?
Cannibalism is supposed to be good for the soul. According to research, anyway.
What research?
I've also heard that sailors have appetites that can't be sated on land.
Sometimes it's just about survival. You make different decisions when your life is on the line.
You people read too many adventure stories. Doesn't the thought make you queasy?
On the bright side, if we're ever short on supplies, it's useful to know who gets eaten first.
Just remind me never to get on a ship with any of you.
Marius, have you ever seen a ghost?
Once I saw a green spectral woman floating over a pile of decaying leaves. Big hair like her head was on fire. Then again, it might have been a hallucination from some bad toadcap tea I got from an old lady in the forest.
That is a fascinating story. I wonder if nature was trying to tell you something.
Nature usually tells us to stay out, but with fewer words, and we never listen.
Don't mind him. He tells that story at the Ballarrock to trick travelers into buying him around.
Right, just because it never really happened doesn't mean it's any less true, you sock-a-supped root weasel.
Gentlemen, don't make me separate you. Thank you for the story, Marius. I liked it very much.
At least someone here knows how to appreciate a little entertainment.
Did you leave anyone back home?
I left everyone I knew when I left. Thanks for mentioning it.
No, I mean, did you leave someone special?
They're all special. That's the whole point of friends.
No, Did you leave a lover behind when you left home?
I loved them all. They were like family to me.
What? No, Wait. Are you messing with me, Marius?
Me? Mess with you. Not blessed a likely.
Bravo, darling. I'm just happy to know you've got a sense of humor after all. Of course, I'll get my revenge soon enough.
Best of luck to you.
If you were asked where I was last evening, what would you say?
Depends who's asking.
No one? Maybe Hajime, but probably no one.
Yesterday evening. You were busy with your fur maintenance routine. It's an elaborate process.
Wow, really? No follow-up questions?
I figure you got your reasons. And I could use a favor next time someone gets mad at me for snooping.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
Mother's tongue is the best treatment for snaggage, if you ask me.
I didn't ask, but I'm glad you know so much about what to do with your mother's tongue.
Oh dear, someone must have asked. And snaggage is perfectly natural, I'm sure, and nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, you may laugh, but you wait until you're overcome with snaggage and you're in dire need of mother's tongue.
Darling, trust me. I can handle any mother's tongue if needed.
Right. Well, I do carry it in my pack, but sure, get snaggage. See if I care.
I think there's been some confusion. Everyone is aware that mother's tongue is an herb, yes?
Of course, dearie. Marius is just too much fun to tease.
Besides, who names a plant something like that? Yotsley, I've got a favor to ask.
Of course. Have you finally fallen to a life of crime?
More or less. I found some shortbread cookies. I've gotten rid of most of the evidence.
Oh, whatever you need, sweetheart. I'm a steel trap.
I found them in Marius's pack. He can't know. Especially not after the cheese incident. If he asks, you saw rats.
Kai, darling.
Ma'am?
Did you move my bedroom?
Yeah. Found you a new spot.
Why did you do that?
You mentioned the ground was rough on your back. I noticed a soft patch.
Oh, I didn't know I was camping with such a gentleman. Thank you, darling. But next time, warn a girl, will you?
You got it. No surprises.
Yardsley, why did I wake up to smell perfume in my bedroll this morning?
Don't tease, darling. We both know why.
No one else has complained about my smell.
I was attempting a more subtle approach.
Spraying strong perfume on my stuff isn't subtle.
Oh, is it too strong? I'll try another batch. Perhaps that'll be more to your liking.
Right, that won't be necessary.
Oh, trust me, it's necessary. Oh, you must have some good stories, right?
Uh-huh. And, what kind of story are you looking for, Yardsley?
Oh, come on. You don't go to the dead fire and come back with nothing. You are far too interesting to be lacking in stories.
Okay. There's an establishment in Nekataka called the Wild Mare. I went with some buddies, and after a few drinks, we found ourselves on stage belting sea shanties. We were good enough that we got half the bar to join us, and a few of the newcomers thought we were part of the entertainment. We didn't see any reason to let them down, so it was a good night for everyone.
Oh, how daring. Well, Kai, that should satiate me. For the time being, of course.
Come back anytime.
Did you have many friends in Thirdborn?
Sure. Why do you ask?
I was just thinking, I only ever saw you with Tama.
Well, he led our patrols and defenses. We had a lot to talk about.
Did you and Tama spend all your time together?
Our whole squad was pretty tight-knit. We had to be to work as a team.
I just don't know how you would have had time for anyone else. Any potential partner would need to be pretty understanding.
In hindsight, I guess that clears up a thing or two.
Oh, well, that explains it. The tall, handsome, thoughtful man you are, of course you didn't have a partner.
I had a whole squad. I count myself lucky.
A whole squad? Well, that's a bit much, even for me. I thought you and Tama were just close, that's all.
He was a good friend and mentor to all of us.
I'm sorry for your loss then, dearie.
Thanks. I should probably, see to the fire.
Yonatan.
I beg your pardon?
Huh? You sneezed. Yonatan.
Yanatat. Is it supposed to sound like a sneeze?
How should I know?
Thank you, dear. But I think I just got some perfume ingredients stuck in my nose.
Right. Just be careful. There's something going around the camp. I think Kai caught some kind of...
Yanatat.
Could you possibly chew any louder?
Only if you say please.
Nimdut. You'll have every dream thrall on the scarp after us.
At least he's not as loud as the envoy, gulping down potion after potion.
It takes a real talent to gulp them all at once.
Well, just keep it down. I can't hear myself think.
How about you?
How about me?
Why settle in Fjord? The Living Lands has godless ruins everywhere.
Aside from meeting the love of my life there, you mean?
What, you figured out he was the love of your life all in a day?
If you'd seen what he'd done the night before, he'd be the love of your life, too. Lanatat.
Say again?
Oh, you sneezed. Lanatat.
You mean Yonatan. Lanatat means something else.
Oh. Well, what does it mean then?
It's someone who enjoys special time by themselves. Intimately.
So that's not an accurate descriptor for yourself? Oh, is that why you're so tense?
Right. I'm gonna sit here quietly now.
Of course, dearie. Oh, and Yanatat.
You know what I miss? Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child. The gifted magpie used to make a delicious flashberry jam.
Ooh, sweet and a little tangy, with a nice snap when you bite down. Huh. Well, spicy burn if you leave the seeds in.
Oh, that's it. Now I'm hungry again. And I would kill for a flashberry.
I'll have to get some more of those next time I'm in the stair.
Now that I think of it, My father had a recipe for flashberry pie. I'll write it down for you later.
I knew I liked you. I just never knew why until this very moment.
Have you been to every part of the Living Lands by now, Marius?
Probably.
Does that mean you've seen a real live Balrog?
More than one.
I'm starting to think they're a myth. You're the only one I've met who's ever seen one.
I know plenty of people who've seen a Balrog. Maybe you just need more friends.
Oh, really? Are any of your friends who have definitely seen Balrogs in the room with us now?
Okay, I need to get some sleep.
You're far too much fun to tease, darling. I know I'm beautiful, darling, but usually my admirers hide their stares a little better.
Oh, I wasn't, I mean, you do look lovely, but, all this time on the road, and you look as fresh as spring berries. I just wondered how you do it.
Oh, why, thank you. It took a while to find a product that worked so well.
Any tips for scales? No matter how much I scrub, I never feel like I'm getting the dust out.
Darling, sweetheart, I would love to build a regimen for you. Next time we go back to Fjord, we'll make a quick stop at my usual supplier.
It's a date.
Kai, darling,
M'lady.
next time we fight some beetles, would you mind?
I'll take care of the claws so they don't snag your outfit. I noticed you mending some tears the other day.
I couldn't love you more. Thank you, dearie. You don't really like the food of the dead swordfish, do you?
Sure I do. What's wrong with it?
Well, first of all, it's being served at a place called the Dead Swordfish.
Would you rather eat a live swordfish?
Second, I think the chef devised their recipes after suffering severe head trauma.
They're traditional Rowatarian dishes. We have to get creative with our ingredients.
Not sure I call throwing a fish in a hole and leaving it there to rot for months a creative way to cook.
Next time I cook, I'm cooking for 3.
Something I want you to drink.
I'm not falling for that again. Tell me what it is first.
Boiled stainwood bark and wasp apple juice. Does wonders for the digestion.
My digestion is doing just fine.
Right. No, you're right. It's probably some other offensive smell coming from something else.
Well, you've done most of the cooking. Go easy on the peppers for a change.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Just drink the stuff. I made enough for the week.
I'd prefer candied ginger, but thanks.
Right. Yatsley was asking if there were earthquakes earlier today. And I figured you'd rather get through this sooner rather than later. So, come to Shatterscarp often?
Are you flirting with me, Marius?
No. No. I'm just making conversation. I mean...
I can't say I've never thought of it. I've not been with a man closer to my height in quite some time.
Listen, not that I... let's not.
Of course, it would never work. But it would probably work for at least 6 months.
Whoa, Jim, slow down. I was literally just trying to fill the silence.
Coward.
This might sound weird, but can I have some of your fur?
Well, that's quite the way to start a conversation. Why do you want my fur?
I think I could use it as insulation.
But if you want me to keep you warm at night, you need only ask, darling. The Quilichi might have something to say about it.
Right. Well, sorry I asked. Ever heard of Empress's Eye?
I think so. It's a flower, isn't it? Echidans used to believe that it was an ill omen.
Right. It grows in ditches in Emerald Stair, even now. Very resilient, as long as it gets even a little water.
Really? Oh, I'd love to see them.
If you crush the flower pods and add lemon juice and a little water, it makes a paste that would be great for dyeing your hair.
Marius, are you offering me beauty tips?
It makes it kind of bluish purple, with a little bit of shimmer to it. Looks good.
Well, dearie, I cannot wait to try it. Thank you.
It's also good for getting creek beetle dung out of leather, too. For what it's worth.
Ah, there it is. How to know when to be quiet. What a lovely gift to find on my pillow.
Oh, interesting. I suppose that's a good skill to master.
If I didn't know better, Marius, I'd think someone was trying to tell me something.
Right. Well, the best thing to do would be to read it. See what it's all about.
And you have nothing more to say, do you?
No, I think everything's out in the open. Why?
I know I talk a lot, but had I known it bothered you so...
Oh, no. It's about maintaining stealth in a wilderness environment. Gods, what did you think it was about?
I just assumed you were too cowardly to complain to my face, dearie.
Not at all. If I had a problem with you, you'd know it. Trust me.
Is your outfit from Rawatai, or do you have a tailor in Thirdborn?
Anything I have from Rawatai has long since turned to rags. And Thirdborn doesn't have tailors, just sailmakers with time on their hands. Why?
I just wanted to thank whoever decided that you should wear that vest with no shirt underneath.
I just figured it was one less piece to wash.
Oh, I didn't realize I was speaking with the man himself. Thank you, Kyle.
My gift to the world.